This video is sponsored by Supremacy 1914, The Great War. Choose your favourite nation during World War I and assume the highest office in your desired empire. Balance the production of materials, troops and weaponry with the rare resources your land has to offer. Form alliances with your competitors, do important trade deals, or fight your way through each scenario you are challenged with. This challenging period of history demands valiant leadership. Follow the link in the video description below and download Supremacy 1914 now to get an exclusive starter pack containing 13k gold and 1 month premium account for free that will give you a head start over the opposition. Supremacy 1914 is free to download and play. When you download the game, it helps support the channel. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points. Challenger Scorpion, Elliot Mitchell is here. He's brought along his Drukhari. Great to see Drukhari back on the channel once again. They're going to take on the Tyranids in this game. So for extra content on the channel, do check out YouTube channel membership, link for that below, or you can go to the channel homepage and join us there. Most popular would be Aspect Warrior level. It just unlocks the bonus content we produce, including battle reports. If you want to follow our league, which is really getting going at the moment, making good progress of that, then battle reports are spread over on YouTube and across membership as well. You can also support us on Patreon. So with Patreon, it's gold level patrons will call out their name during the game and call upon their Patronic gold level dice. Silver level patrons, I'll give them a name shout out at the end of the game. And you can check out the end credits for all the Patreons, including those supporting at bronze. And Patreon page helps to support the channel, and also SSWG War Games Club, where we're filming at the moment and using some of their terrain for this game. So for the Tyranids, I'm using the Crusher Stampede Detachment, so it helps out the monsters, helps them hit a bit better. I can tap into like the Tyranid equivalent to Tank Shock with them, stratagem as well. It's in no particular order. The Warlord will be the Swarm Lord across here. Then running a Tervigon, unit of 6 Raveners. I then have Termagants, squads of 20, 2 squads of 20 and a squad of 10. There's Strangle Webs in each, 1 in here, and then 2 in each of the 20 model units. We have the Norn Assimilators, a major focus on monsters here for this Tyranid force. So Norn Assimilator in the list. 2 Carnifexes equipped with the Talons and the Crushing Claws, so close combat Carnifexes. And then for some real heavy firepower support, it is a triple Tyrannifex here, each of those carrying a Rupture Cannon. So that's the list for the Tyranids. No enhancements or upgrades being taken. It's major themes on monsters here. It means that the army is quite compact, but there's a lot of big creatures in this game for the Drukhari to bring down. Looking forward to this one. Exceptionally rare that we play Drukhari versus Tyranids. We'll see how they get on in this fight. So that's the list for the Tyranids. Phoenix Lords and Autarchs have been allocated. So I've got a lot of the Phoenix Lords here. It's been tricky this one. We have a lot of Phoenix Lord Imperial players, and this is a no-go zone for them here in this game. Tyranids against Drukhari, but we've allocated them so they can follow the units around. So Mephisto. So Phoenix Lord's first of all. Mephisto's gone on to the Swarm Lord. Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, Imperial Fists player, but he's on Raveners today for this game. Michael Fryer, Space Marine player, but he's gone on to the Tervigon. Lucas Brown onto the Assimilator. Then the 3 Tyrannifexes, Nate Miller, Andrew Swan, and then Longbow BB onto Magnetron with the magnets on that model. Then Paint Lickers Paint Pot onto the Carnifex and Chris Comiskey onto the other. That's the list for the Tyranids. We'll take a look at this Drukhari force next. Alright, so 2,000 points of Drukhari. Perfect timing here. We haven't seen Drukhari on the channel for a good while, so good to have them back on again. This is Elliot Mitchell's collection. I'll let him run through what he has.
Running 2,000 points of Drukhari, Sky Splinter Assault, which is if a unit gets out of a vehicle, it gets Ignores cover for shooting or Lance for melee. Looking at the characters at the front then, going left to right, we've got Drazar, Master of Blades on the left-hand side first, followed by Lilith, Hesperax. Then going along, you've got my first Archon. He's the Warlord of this force, and he has the Phantasmal Smoke enhancement, which if he's in 6 inches of a transport, he gets cover and stealth. Moving along, the next Archon, He has the Nightmare Shroud enhancement, which means that he can't be targeted by Overwatch. I like to think it's something to do with his parrot. And then next along, you've got Urian Rakarth, a bit of a conversion from a homunculus as a standalone. And then finally, for the characters on the far right, the Beast Pack Master with all of his beasts. And he has the Spiteful Raider enhancement, which means if he kills a unit on an objective, he gets an additional pain token. Looking at the back right there, you've got Kronos behind the Beast Pack. 2 units of 2 Talos with the Talos Gauntlets, the Twin-Linked Haywire Blaster, and the Liquefier Guns. 3 units of 5 Mandrakes as they are next to them. A unit of 10 Cabalites with all of the weapon enhancements they can. 2 units of 5 Incubi with the Clavex with the Demi-Claves at the front. A unit of 10 Witchers, unfortunately with none of their witch weapons of previous editions, just as is. And then on the left-hand side, 3 units of Scourgers. 2 at the back with the wings up have Haywire, 1 at the front with Dark Lancers. The final 3 units along the back is 3 Venoms with the double Splinter Cannons.
Okay. All right. So, looking excellent. Great to see Drukhari back on the channel. Add multiple small units is the is the key here. A brilliant spread of characters as well. We'll see how they get on. And the Pride, if they can bring monsters down in this game as well. But we will do a bit of hobby time here. There's a number of models to take a look at. Some third-party stuff going on as well. We'll take a look at some of the models here from Elliot's collection. So first up's this one here. So this is a conversion that you made yourself?
Yeah. Urian Rakarth is what I play him as, but Fabius Baal parts, various Drukhari parts in there as well.
Nice. Works really well. Okay, really good. Now, you said some parts were third party. Some Drukhari units are hard to track down to get models for. So this is one of them.
Yeah, Beast Pack Master's notoriously rare, out of production now, but a fantastic unit. So some of mixed third party and some old GW parts in that unit.
So do you know who made this?
Not this particular one. No.
Yeah, whoever made it, it is excellent. It does look really good. Very nice. If anyone knows, you can let us know in the comment section below where these have been picked up from. The Razor Flock?
Razor Wing Flock, yeah.
Okay, and these are third party as well?
Yeah, they are.
And again, they're really good. If I was running Drukhari and needed these, I would get a hold of them, no problem. It's a shame if you've got units there that you struggle to get models for. Games Workshop have their own, but they're hard to get hold of, right?
They're out of production now, I believe.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so they're completely gone because they're a resin fine cast.
Okay. And the other thing I wanted to take a look at was the Mandrakes here. So these are the originals. Games Workshop have since resculpted them, but these are the originals which are in fine cast, right? Originally they were metal. But as Elliot's used a substitute unit here, which is not third party. These are actually Age of Sigmar.
Yes, yeah. Ignis Deepkin.
Deepkin models. There we go. All right, so that's the Deepkin models. And painted up in this style, they're an excellent stand-in for Mandrakes. Really liking the theme here. I'll show you some of the other options. Yeah, superb. Really good. What helps with this, I think, is the paint scheme. It's got a very Mandrake kind of style to it. There's another one here with the axe. Real good job. Okay. So I think there's a lot of variety here with this list for sure. Take a look at some of the other HQs. Excellent paint job here. That's Drazar, Master of Blades. Really nice. Okay. Now, Elliot said he has used and followed the painting tutorial on the channel here for Drukhari. So if you recognise the colour scheme here from my own Drukhari collection. So you can follow that along. If you search on the channel for how to paint Dark Eldar or how to paint Drukhari, you'll find the painting tutorial. There should be two actually. There's one for a Venom and then also one for Carbolite Warriors as well. But you can follow that tutorial along as well. Elliot's done here for his own collection. So Phoenix Swords and Autarchs have been allocated. Vagabond here on the Scourges. Raycross onto Drazar, Master of Blades. Amy Almo onto Lilith for this game. Then Ben Shaw, he plays Eldar on the Psychic Races, so put him onto Urian Rakarth. Okay. Then Gutby and BBP Wargaming onto the Tellus units here for this battle. Something sneaky for JP, so put him onto the Mandrakes, this squad here. And then the rest are Autarchs. I'm struggling to put Autarchs over on the Tyranid force because it's all monsters or just bog standard infantry. So we spread them out across here with the Drukhari. So we have an Autarch's gone onto the Archon. It's a Miara. Darth Windu onto this Archon here with the Parrot. So I said Parrot, but whatever bird that is. But that's how I remember him, I think, for this game. And a magnetized Parrot as well. Then we've got Midnight Miniatures, the Beastmaster for this game, and there's a few more Autarchs here. Sam Hermes onto the Mandrakes, Dylan Moore onto the Warrior Squad, and then a new Autarch that's just joined us here, Blood Angels, Dark Angels player, but he's gone on to Incubi for this game. Vaelin Al Sauna, Ben Harris onto the other Incubi squad, and then Mike James onto the Witch squad. I think that's everyone in. You can follow units around, follow your models around, see how they get on. Sometimes they survive the whole game and are heroes. Other times they die horribly on turn one. That's just the way the grimdark future is. So that's the lists here for both sides. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a scenario here for this game. So primary mission is priority targets, sweeping engagement for deployment, and then secret intel for the mission rules. So secret intel, basically drawing 3 cards for secondaries and then picking 2. Then for priority targets, it's all about grabbing objectives here in this game. Turn 2 onwards, if you control, it's 5 points per objective marker up to a maximum of 10 per turn. So the ideal situation is to be in control of 2 objectives for each turn of the game, turn 2 onwards. And there is a points grab at the end of the battle. You can pick up to 15 points for each objective. 5 points for each objective up to a maximum of 15. So we're saying if these monsters can just build a nest on each objective, it'll be good for the Tyranids, but we'll see. And then for sweeping engagement, there's 5 objectives on the board. There's one dead center just here at the foot of the steps. Then we have 2 others in no man's land, one here just in this ruin, one across here just over those logs. There's a home objective here for the Tyranids, and then the one for the Drukhari is just behind the hill, just behind there. So Elliot can point to where it is. It's just in there. That's fine. Just tucked in there, and for the Drukhari to try and hold on to. We're both going to go for the random draw on secondaries. We'll clarify terrain. We've played a few games on this board. Really don't want to pack it away. I've played some games with James, and this is the last battle featuring this terrain here. But with the previous games, we'll stick to the same outline for terrain as previous. So we're going to run these squares here as ruins, and they're quite evenly spread out across the board. We are going to play them as obscuring, and we go by the hard edge. So this corner here is where the obscuring will be. It means there's some good alleyways and lanes of firepower, but there's still some big blocks of obscuring terrain on the board. We've also said that monsters and vehicles can cut across the flat areas of the terrain here, but vehicles and monsters can't traverse like the walls and so on. These will count as ruins, so good for infantry and beasts and so on to take shelter in the game. That's pretty much it. That's the main features on this board. There's some rocky outcrops also featuring on this table, but the main focus will be these obscuring ruins. The trees are just decorative here for this battle. So that's the scenario. Both armies ready to go. We'll now start alternating and place units on the board next. I just mentioned the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat's from gamemat.eu. This one's 6x4 in size. You can get a hold of this mat in the 60x44 inches for regular games of 10th edition. So just mark the boundary here for this game with those barricades. Lost World it's called. Also using some pre-painted terrain from gamemat.eu. It's the rocky outcrops set across here. So these rock formations on the board from gamemat.eu as well. But you can check them out for pre-painted terrain. Battle mats available from them as well. Link below, and there's a discount code that you can use for 11% off across the store. All right, deployment's done for the Tyranids. Elliot's just finishing off the last of his units to go on the board. Tyranids are finished up, and he's just got some units to put out. So we'll cover the Tyranids here. Both armies looking to make use of cover as much as possible. Tyranids, harder to hide some of their creatures. But Drukhari tucked away quite nicely, especially amongst those 2 ruins across there. On the left-hand side, 1 Carnifex, just to be let loose and go on the rampage. 2 Tranifexes anchoring here at the back, Magnetron just here. Then the Norna Simulator pushing right up to the edge of our deployment zone, getting ready to move out dead ahead. Then we have a swarm of termagants across here with the Tervigons. Squad of 20, squad of 20, and the squad of 10. And then some more monsters on the right-hand side. So the Swarm Lord on the extreme right here for the Tyranids, next to a Carnifex, and then the third Tyrannifex backing them up. In reserve, we have the Raveners, so they're ready to arrive via Deep Strike. That's deployment done for the Tyranids. We'll take a look at Drukhari deployment. So, deployment's done for the Drukhari at making use of the terrain. I said 2 ruins, but there's a third one across here that Elliot is making use of. I'm going to let him run through his deployment and where units are. Some are inside transports and so on. So, go ahead.
Fantastic. So, left to right then, on the far left, you've got a unit of Mandrakes just outside the deployment zone, skulking behind a ruin. You've then got behind them a Venom with Lilith Hesperax and her 5 witches in. And then just in front of them, my Warlord, the Archon, and his Incubi on foot, waiting for Venom to become free as soon as possible. At the back of the board, you've got 5 Mandrakes, 5 Scourges with Dark Lancers, and 5 basic Cabalite Warriors. They've been split from the other ones in the Venom that I'll cover in a second, next to the objective. You've then got the Homunculus Covens units in the centre, so 2 units of 2 Talos, and a Kronos at the back, and Urian Rakarth just next to them in the bushes. Just to their right, the Beast Pack with its scout move sort of right up there on the line, seeing what they can do and what they can see. And then moving down to the corner of my deployment zone, you've got the Parrot Archon in his Venom Raider with his Incubi there. 5 Scourges with Haywire. Then the Venom with 5 Cabalite Warriors in with all of the gun options they've got. And Drazar is also in that Venom, but not attached to the unit because he can't. And the final 2 units, you've got a final unit of Haywire Scourge next to that Venom, again skulking behind the ruins, and then those Mandrakes just outside the deployment zone with Infiltrate.
I was going to ask, so they have Infiltrate?
Yeah, correct.
Great, okay. So that's deployment done. It's all called out nicely for us by Elliot. So we will go on to the first turn of the game. What do you want in this one? First?
First.
You would like to go first? Right, okay. We'll roll up here to see who takes the first turn. Okay, interesting. Nice theme developing here. These ruins where the Imperium have been away for perhaps hundreds of years. Tyranids on this planet, and then a Drukhari raiding force here, perhaps to collect specimens.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
For the arenas.
Maybe Mitch is after Magnetron, the new breed of Tyrannifex. We'll have to see. We'll go on to the first turn of the game then. Your stuff's really well hidden, but yeah, I don't know. All right, go ahead. Both Xenos scum. No offense. 4 and 5, all snatched. All right, objective or initiative has been taken here by the Drukhari. They can commence their raid. We'll see how effective it is against this Tyranid monster force. We're going to turn 1. Drukhari would go first. Right, so on turn 1, just a few scout moves being made at here, and Elliot's lining up some further movement. We'll call out secondaries that have been chosen as well. So the Beasts pack across here made a scout move, pushing forward, so you can see them there, just at the edge of that ruin. Was there anything else that made a move?
Just them on the scout.
Just those, okay. And then for his ability, we have selected to go for OC control of 15 on that central objective. It'll also get a 5+ feel no pain if he's able to sit on top of that as well. That's for the ability for the non-simulator. So Elliot's going to make his moves here. The 2 secondaries that he's gone for is Cleanse and Overwhelming Force. So those 2 in play. We'll let Elliot make all of his move here, and we'll capture what he's done. Right, so movement's done for the Drukhari. We'll let Elliot run through what he's done here. It's just smoother when he can report here. There's multiple small units and characters buried all over the place and so on. So Elliot's going to be the pro here to let us know what's going on. But I can see the Beast's Master pack has moved out extremely aggressively here, going for first contact. But run through any movement here for us, and that'll give us an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mandrakes on the left-hand side again, cleanse the secondary objective, so they're going to cleanse that objective there, just sneaking through. Archon stayed where he is, doesn't want to face the Swarm Lord just yet. Lilith in a Venom popped out just to potentially get some shots down that centre line of sight. The Scourgers with the same thing, just opposite, and the Mandrakes staying behind next to the sticky objective that the Cabalites were stickied in the back.
Dark Lances?
Yeah, correct.
Gotcha, right.
The Brood of Urian Rakarthas moved up the middle just to get some long-range haywire down. I don't think they'll do much. And the Kronos at the back of there just to give recycling pain tokens to the Scourgers and the Homunculus Coffins units. The Cabalites that were on that objective that stickied it, running with all the speed they can across the board, trying to get to other objectives, potentially look at some secondaries. And then this group in the right corner, just trying to get some line of sight on that lone Carnifex in the corner, potentially do some early damage there, and the Mandrakes just in front of them, cleansing that second objective for secondary purposes.
All right, okay. And we will watch with interest to see what the Beastmaster and his pack can do. That's movement done. So more manoeuvring taking place here, setting up line of sight for firepower coming through, and then an early strike we can see moving into the centre of the board. Movement's done. We're going to shooting phase next. Okay, so pain tokens have been allocated here for the shooting phase, onto the Scourgers across there, onto this Talus squad across here, and then 2 of them been allocated across here onto the Scourgers and onto the Venom as well. So Elliot gets those when you destroy units.
Yeah, when I destroy an enemy unit or they fail a battle shock.
Okay, when I fail a battle shock.
Yeah.
Right, okay, all right. Who shall fire the first shot?
I think it's going to have to be the Darkland Scourgers.
Okay.
Into the big bug.
The simulator.
Yeah.
All right. We have Patreons, which you can make use of. There are a few Xenos players, and there's a few Eldar, Drukhari type players as well. You can call upon them. They're not weighted dice, they're just special, that's all.
I feel like I'm going to save them for the glory kills, because this is for the arenas.
Okay, yeah.
So I think I'm just going to tickle the assimilator this time. So 4 Darkland shots. They're hitting on 4s, heavy, but it doesn't matter because they moved, and re-rolling all hits because of the pain token. So 4s, re-rolling. So 4 hits.
Nice, good start.
Strength 12.
Toughness 11.
3s. 4 wounds.
Okay. This is good stuff.
AP minus 3.
You can breathe a sigh of relief. It debuted on the channel, and you're off to a good start with dice rolling. So it's always good. So what we're looking at here, AP
minus 3, D6 plus 2 damage a time if they go through it.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So both in agreement, I'm catching a bit of cover. So AP minus 2 basically. So we're looking at 4-up saves. I'll go Patronic here. I'll call upon Carl Roden, my Tyranid friend, and we'll try and block these 4-ups. So I need to try and stop these here if we can. We've blocked 2. That's going to be tasty damage coming through, and I think it's worth a command reroll. I get in trouble when I use these. People criticise me, but that's nasty damage. And I have blocked it. Oof, right, so just the 1d6 plus 2 damage.
D6 plus 2.
Okay, 4. 4 wounds taken. What would the other one have been, just so we can scratch that itch? Okay, it would have been another 6. Yeah, all right, that was definitely worth it. Okay. So, dropping down to 12 wounds left.
Unit ability.
Fine. Well, that is incredibly sneaky. Shooting Scarpa with those. I can overpower this Drukhari army if I can catch them, and I think that's going to be the problem, because there's a fair bit of shenanigans going on with these. And immediately we're seeing what they can do. Shoot and then disappear. I'm sure Elliot's planned to do that every turn of the game. We'll have to. Okay, there's a lot of... Elliot runs a lot of Haywire. He's often up against Imperial armor, and so his list is tailored for that. It's going to be a challenge here with the Haywire ability against these monsters. Obviously not going to be as effective, but still... Be able to cause some damage, perhaps. Oh, Haywire's quite weak, though, really, against other
Yeah,
stuff.
only strength 3 -1, but it's flat 3 damage, death wounds, anti-vehicle 4+.
Okay. Devastating wounds in general, so you could just try and get your 6s.
Yeah, you get 6s.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right, not too bad. Worth shooting, then. Okay.
So, I'm now going to go for the other... In fact, I'll put the rest of this... So these 2 Talos with a pain token into the same assimilator, in essence. The only 2 guns they're going to have in range is their 2 twin-linked Haywire they've got on top of them.
Okay, well, so, chance to see the Haywires in action.
2 shots per Talos, so hitting on 4s, re-rolling because of the pain token. It's a good job as well. So 3 hits.
Nice.
And then it's the death wounds piece, so because they're only strength 3, it'll be 6s. 1 6, so 3 damage death wounds.
Nothing I can do, and there you go. It's not too bad then, really. It can still contribute with their firepower.
On a 4+ with vehicles, that's when it really shines.
Yes. I've had a taste of that a little bit with my Harlequins. That the few times that I've used them so far, Haywire is exceptionally potent against vehicles.
So we'll stick with the Haywire theme, and I'll fire these 2 units of Scourges over here down into that Carnifex down there.
This one? Yeah, sorry, yeah.
So 8 shots. So I'll do the unit that's re-rolling first. So they hit on 4s, 2 shots each. And they need that re-roll.
See how crucial your re-roll is. Makes a huge difference.
So 3 misses, and then it's the death wounds again, so looking for those 6s. Oh,
not this time. Right.
So that pain token goes away.
Okay.
And then I'll fire the back squad. This squad of 5 here, same target.
Okay.
6, 8.
Oh, hold on a second, as I might be able to do a little bit of a surge towards you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, checking the wording for blistering assault. You have to actually lose wounds to get that ability to surge towards the closest enemy unit. So, okay.
Back squad, same thing, into the same target. So this has no reroll, so hitting on 4s.
All right.
And then those 6s.
Bound to get a 6 here.
Just 1.
Okay.
Just 3 damage.
And straight 3 damage again.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'll surge a few inches. Going to go 4.
Cool.
So I've moved 4. Elliot's going to move 6. A lot of movement going on in the shooting phase here. Okay, so they'll move across.
And then this squad will do the same thing.
Yep, I can see why you take squads of those. They're nimble and very, very useful. I'm sure they're a torment to many a foe in Elliot's games. Okay. So, Carnifex surviving, surging. There's still a bit more firepower to come towards him.
Left that can pretty much see that. I might do a Patreon on this because this has got a reasonable amount of gun. So it might actually kill something.
Sure.
Who have any Drukhari players? For like the first kill shot.
There's not many. We don't have much Drukhari support, but there might. We'll search through here. I've got it all written down, the supporters that we have. Ray Cross, actually. Orcs, Eldar, Dark Eldar, Imperial Guard, Space Marines, and Death Watch.
Let's do it. Okay, so this Venom with the pain token into the Carnifex.
Okay.
So first up, we'll go for the Dark Lance. So this hits on 4s because it's the firing deck from inside.
Drop.
Misses, but re-rolling because of the pain token. Still misses.
So your pain token will help the whole, even the people firing from inside.
Yeah, it's the unit because it counts the unit.
Nice.
The Blaster hits on a 3. It hits. It is strength 9.
Okay. I think I'm toughness 9. So it'll be forced to win.
Strength 8, sorry. So
5s.
5s.
Cocked dice, yeah, fine. They roll a long way, don't they? Real rolly dice.
Okay, so we'll now put the splinter cannons in. So these are anti-infantry guns, so we'll see if we can get lucky with these. So these are from the actual Venom itself. 2 splinter cannons hitting on 3s with sustained 1. They all go through though. And they're only strength 3, so they'll be wounding on 6s.
6s, yeah.
Anti-infantry 3 plus those, so great against infantry. So just 1. And -1, 2 damage.
3 ups. Come on. Passed. Okay.
Not looking good.
I don't know. Another surge would have been quite good, actually, but anyway.
4 up for the splinter cannon inside from the same squad, so hitting on 4s. Re-rolling the miss because of the pain token. Yep, so they all go. Nope, that one misses.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind taking a wound actually. Give me a single wound. I'll be happy here.
And then 6s again. Nope, nothing.
Oh, shame.
Final gun, which is a shredder, which is a torrent weapon. So number of shots, 5.
5.
And this is strength 6. So I imagine 5s.
Got
3 at no AP, 1 damage.
2 ups. All right, passed.
Just 3 of them.
Oh, 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
2 more. Snake eyes. Okay, right. We'll take 2 wounds. Oh boy, and then we'll make a surge move here of a 2, so it's going to be 4. All right, so surge move done. You can imagine this thing being tormented here by these pinpricks shooting coming through from the Drukhari across here. I don't know, it's dangerous enough. I've only got 3 wounds left, so I think his time's limited. But he's surging across the ball. Great theme across over on that flank. I'd imagine that kind of fix will be dealt with, but it's pushed itself forwards. It might be able to go for an assault here, maybe. So, any other firepower?
Yes, just Lilith's Venom into... We're going to go into the big monster because you can regen the small ones, is what I'm thinking.
Sure.
So, hitting on 3s again with sustained 1. So, 2 sustained, so they go back in.
Okay.
And then it's going to be 6s.
Yeah.
Fishing for 6s. Nothing.
Okay.
And then the only final small bit of shooting is the Beastmaster Splinter Rifle into the big beastie, see if he can spite it. So 3s, and then 6s. 1 wound, no AP, 1 damage.
2 up. Passed. Okay.
And that's it.
Right. Charges. I'm presuming 1. I don't know if there's going to be any others across this flank. No.
No, I don't think. I don't think we can tank shock it well enough.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go Beast Pack into the big beastie.
The assimilator's going to take him on.
So they reroll charges just because there's a Beastmaster in the unit. So
7's going to do it. In they go. All right. So in they go. It'll be interesting to see how well this flock of birds does against this monster here. But there's other creatures in there as well. I'm going to watch this one with interest. First time encounter. As Elliot's going for Blood Angels Ryan, who plays Orcs.
Need some mass attacks going into this.
Yeah.
So lots of different dice. We'll go with the Beastmaster first. They re-roll 1s across the unit because the Beastmaster's in there. So he's going to hit on 3s.
Okay, this is a real showcase here of what this unit can do.
Across the board, but he is going to be wounding on 6s because he's anti-infantry. So not a wound from him.
Okay.
However, Clawed Fiend's up next. So he hits on 4s.
That's
the
big one. Yeah, okay.
So 3 hits. And then strength 5, but with dev wounds.
Okay. None. Okay.
Claw. This is the Chimera, the little dogs. So these hit on 4s with lethal hits. Reroll one of those 1s again. So 1 lethal, and then it's not looking good. Strength 5.
Can you imagine the simulator being tormented by this zoo animal collection of stuff coming in?
Just 1 lethal from that, no AP, 1 damage.
2 ups. Ooh.
Okay, then the birds.
Right, the razor wing flocks here.
6 attacks each, sustained 1. Re-rolling the 1s. Pull those out now. So they're 1s. That's a miss. Okay, so that comes out. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another 6 sustained.
Yep. Okay.
However, they are strength 3.
Devastating wounds? No. Oh boy. We're going to get you. Looking for 6s.
I think that's just 1.
Oh no. Will he draw blood? Almost. Okay, bounced off entirely. Oh boy, their appetite got the better of them, I think. And pride perhaps as well. That Eldar trait runs with the Drukhari for the bigger prize. Greed, their downfall, perhaps. We'll see. Right, we'll try and deal with these birds and beasts. We'll attack back with the Norn Assimilator. So, there's no kind of sweep ability with him, I don't believe. No. So, we'll go with Monstrous Scythe and Talons. 6 attacks needing 2s. And they've all hit. Okay, not so bad. And then we're looking at strength 9.
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4. Drop dice there. So they've all wounded. Just checking we've got any kind of devastating or anything going on. The answer is no. It's AP -2, 3 damage.
How many?
6. 6 out of 6 from the Norman Simulator.
3 damage a time, so I'll do the first 3 on the birds. 6s. 6 have been fun. Nope, so the 3 birds are dead. And then the next 2 on the dogs, so the Chimera.
Okay.
6s again. Nope. Oof. Both the dogs are dead. And then the final one on the clawed fiend, so the beast in the middle. No. But 5 wounds on that, so it's going to go down.
Okay. So those removed. There's a few more attacks to come. So we've got the Toxic Injector Harpoon. God, we've got our own poison here. Maybe that's why they're after the weapon. Sever the arm and take the weapon away. That was the kind of the raid, perhaps. They're after the Tyranid technology. So this is going to be 4 attacks in 2s. Well, they're all hitting here. And then we're on strength 12. 2s. Oh, almost a full house here. 3 make it through. These are AP -3 and D6 +1 damage.
6 up in them. So how much damage was D6 +1? So the first one on the clawed fiend. 2, so he fails.
And he's going to go, I think, 2
so
and
the clawed fiend will go.
He's gone,
and
yeah.
3 more left. So all
no, two more left.
2 more left.
Yeah.
All on the beast pack, 6 ups. 1 would be good now.
Okay.
So only 3 wounds on that.
So he's going to go. Yeah.
Oh.
Right, wipe out Norna Simulator. I usually don't get into combat, but combat has come to me, so I'm quite happy with that. We've actually got to fight, and he's done okay. He's cleared away that target. Well done to the Norna Simulator. So Beastmaster and his squad assimilated here, devoured by the Norna Simulator here in the centre of the Tyranid deployment zone. Turn comes to an end. Seems to be the most effective so far from the Drukhari, has been picking off and ducking and diving at range. More damage has been caused that way. And maybe, I mean, I've played Drukhari before. You sort of soften the opponent up and then going for the kill when they're at their weakest. it's a, I'd say, no offence, but it's a cowardly way to operate on the table, but it's efficient and it's very sort of pirate themed, I think. So that seems to be the tactic that's initially working here for the Drukhari. More softening up to do. We'll go on to this first turn of the game for the Tyranids. If we go chasing Drukhari, we may never catch them. We'll maybe focus on just getting to these objectives and camping out on them. We'll see what happens. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. We'll calculate points, see if any have come through for the Drukhari as we prepare to go on to turn 1 for the Tyranids. All right, so points coming through. For Cleanse, the 2 parts of that achieved, so 5 points for that one. Other card's been dumped to pick up a CP and marks the end of the turn. So 5 points to 0. I guess both armies trying to position themselves for the beginning of turn 2 to start raking in points for these primary objectives. So we'll go on to turn 1 here for the Tyranids. We'll see how they respond here to this initial assault from the Drukhari. All right, so turn 1 here for the Tyranids. Looking quite good for them. Rolled up quite well for some advanced moves. Secondary's chosen pretty good as well. Cleanse, Air Denial, and Overwhelming Force. We've gone for Air Denial, which we've virtually done. And then Overwhelming Force, destroying enemy units on objectives. Elliot has a couple which we could go after. So that's the 2 we're going to go for. So then for movement, Carnifex, it's doomed. It'll die at some point. But it's surged ahead in that direction just to try and make the most of the opportunity across there. It's going to receive some firepower support from Magnetron, though. He's over on this flank to lend a bit of firepower support. In reaction to his move, Elliot used a CP to back away with the Venom. Okay. Moving through here onto the objective. With this Tyrannifex, the smaller unit of Gaunts has moved around. Roll a 2 for their advance, not quite in range of the objective. A regular move here from the Tervagon. Then rolled a 6 for both of these Termagant units. So surged ahead, shifted right to grab that objective, and surged dead ahead to grab that objective. Norna Simulator has made an advanced move as well, making it to the edge of the objective. That's the one that is chosen for this game. So he now gains OC of 15 and a Feel No Pain of 5+, programmed to sit on that objective and survive. Perhaps he's going to lay an egg. That's his nest for the battle. Now that all these have got out of the way, Tervagon swung into the flat area of the ruin across here. Carnifex has moved forwards, and then the Swarmlord has moved and potentially could charge against the Mandrakes on the objective. So, movement's complete. Tyranid aggression For sure, we'll see how effective they can be if they're shooting. They do have some big guns here with some big beasties, and to lend some firepower support, we're going to shooting phase next. We'll start off with Magnetron here. He's called Magnetron because he's biologically started to adapt to units of magnets on them, which, Elliot, you have plenty spread across your army. So
Whole army.
the whole army, lots of magnetisation. So we're going to put 2 shots into the venom that backed off. We'll try and catch him. I think that's pretty much the only unit I can see other than the mandrakes and the ruin. But we'll go for that vehicle. We'll commit this to the artist formerly known as Veej. So I've moved.
Stealth on the venom.
It is stealth on the venom. Okay. I think I'm running a bonus here against vehicles, but that I could be confusing that with a hammerhead because we've just played a tower game previously. No, there is no bonus here. But we're looking at 3s for hits, I believe, on that weapon. We do rupture cannon 3s, yeah. Okay, so it becomes 4s then. 2 shots in 4s. All right, 1 hit comes through. So we're looking at...
It's toughness 6.
Yeah, I think it's 2s to win. Ooh, and 2 it is. Yeah, rupture cannon is strength 18.
Triple the strength.
Okay. -4.
6 up input.
No.
Only 6 wounds.
6 wounds. 2d6 damage. Do we pop? Oh, we don't. Come on, reroll.
I'm going to effect command reroll.
Right now?
Yeah.
And do I still have to spend that?
Still only 1 now. It's 1 now, and in future it's 2.
From now on? Right,
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I've been vected for the command reroll. Make it work. Yes, 9. All right. Target destroyed.
Does it explode?
It does blow up. Oh, boy. Probably deadly demise of 1, surely.
It's going to get everything.
But it's going to catch the models. That is annoying, yeah, especially with scourges nearby. Oh, what a hit.
I'll just quickly roll up for what's inside, which is the 5 Cabalites and Drukhari.
Okay. Look at that. The magna field switched on here. Searching for magnetized targets. I can pick up some prizes. Okay. Anything else magnetized on that vehicle?
Unfortunately not.
No. All right. So just the 1 prize here. Magnetron's started to add to his collection.
So,
I'm just trying to think. I'm wondering did James magnetize Gilliman's head?
Oh, please.
Oh, please. That'd be so good. His head comes flying across the board and sticks to him. We'll have to do that one if we can.
So 6 models inside, including Drukhari, and 2 mortal wounds suffered. So I'm going to take that on the Cabalites.
That's a good strike from Magnetron. That really is a good hit coming through. Vehicle destroyed, explosion, models being brought down as well. Okay, but vected with the command rerolls, it would be costly. There's an extra CP there because of the Swarm Lord. He grants us at the start of the command phase an extra CP, which has proved very, very useful indeed. Okay, more casualties. Ouch, over on that flank. We'll go by a plasma. We're going to the closest Venom squad. They're both Haywire teams, aren't they?
Both
So,
Haywire.
yeah, so we'll go for them. With the Carnifex, so D3. So just the 1 shot, nothing too scary. We do get hit though. 2 to wound. And -2.
5 of input.
Alright, 1 model slain, just damage 1. Okay. Alright. That Carnifex truly is a cat amongst the pigeons. in a 40k kind of way. Yeah, Carnifex is proven to be a problem. He surged across the board in an unnatural kind of way. Just the more he was shot, the more he surged across the table. And a potential decent enough charge. I'm wondering if he can break into that ruin with his charge, though, because he is a monster and we have declared the trains. I think I'm going to struggle to actually get to those mandrakes skulking the ruins there. I don't think so. I think looking at the terrain, we have declared it that he can go, for example, monsters and vehicles, they can cross these parts here, but physical walls and structures, they can't pass through, so I'm not going to be able to get to those mandrakes. That Carnifex, I think, is going to have to plough ahead if he's going to try and go for close combat. But going well on that flank, for sure. As we will press on, there is a fair bit of firepower to come, actually, for this Tyranid force. So we'll go Stinger salvos onto the lead model from this 2-man squad. And then we can trace line of sight through to the back squad with a rupture cannon. So we'll play it that way. Any kind of minuses?
No.
Right, okay, so straight up 3s. We'll go Nicholas Lucas, Imperial player. I'll use up these Imperial players for shooting. So, 2 shots needing 3s. Snake eyes. That's the Imperium's verdict for my shooting. Oh, boy. Dear me, right, okay. Stinger salvos. Needing 3s. And looking for 5s. 1 save.
Minus?
Nothing. No, it used to be, but not now.
3 up. Fails, 5 up, feel no pain. No.
All right. 1 wound, just 1 damage. We'll do Stinger salvos from here. Same target, the front target. That's the only option she's got. Looking for 3s. Looking for 5s. 3 saves, normal.
3 up. And then 5 up, feel no pain. Fine.
All right, okay. Right, we'll then go with this Tyrannifex. It's got to go against the front talons here. It's the only ones that it can see. So 2 shots. The Stinger salvo is out of range. Just the 2 rupture cannon shots. I'll just stick to Xenos dice for this one. So looking for 3s. Double 6. Well, there you go. I think that's just proved a point for future reference. We're now looking at 2s to wound.
So
Whoa, goes through. -4.
So 6 up invulnerable.
Oh, he's got one.
Damage, because I've got 5 up, feel no pain.
Damage of 2d6. It's just 4. So away you go with that one.
So 4 5 ups. Or just one of them.
Lot 1.
Down to 3.
Okay, 3 wounds taken. How many wounds each are they then?
7.
There's 7 wounds.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Some Dakar across here from these. These have advanced, but they are all assault weapons. So both these squads in range. We'll go Flesh Borers from this squad first of all. 18 shots, needing 4s. 6s are lethal because they're in range of the Tervigon. Not too impressive. Just okay. Wounding on 5s. Not too bad. 4 in total. Normal armour. That saves it.
3 ups.
Damage sneaking in.
And then 5 up, feel no pain. You can make one of these, which I do.
Okay.
So down to 1.
Okay. We'll then strike with the Strangle Webs. There's 2 of them. Just checking they're an assault weapon. They are. Torrent. So 7 hits. Sneaky Tyranids here. 6 devastating wounds. Ha! Picked up 2. And that's it, because we're coming in, I think, at a very low strength. Strength 2.
So okay. 2 5 up, feel no pains need to make both. Which I do not. Does the Talos explode?
They blow up.
Does not.
Okay.
But does go away.
Model removed. 1 wound flows over onto another. Okay. Rinse and repeat with this squad. So 6 is lethals, is Flesh Borers. This surge from the Tyranids has paid off, I think. They've been able to present a lot of firepower here. That can be the danger of going first. Is you can set yourself up to be counterattacked, yeah. We'll try and wound here on 5s. Cool. All right. 6 in total, normal armor saves.
So 3s.
The wounds are getting in.
And then 5 up, feel no pain again.
And recovered. Excellent recovery. Just the 1 wound comes through.
Down to 5.
5 wounds left. And then we'll go for torrent attacks. 2d6 auto hits. This is Strangle Webs. 10 hits.
Oh, no.
It's 6s required. God, we get 4. We eat the Drukhari poison here and spit it back out.
5 up, feel no pains.
Straight through to the 5 ups. 3 make it through.
Down to 2.
Right, crucially, it has survived though, which it can be repaired and restored. But dangerous stuff coming through from the Tyranids. Their firepower's been effective enough this turn. That is shooting phase finished for them. There are a number of potential charges. Roll these up next. I could fire this back, couldn't I? No, maybe not. All right. So we'll go for this charge across here. It's probably looking something like an 8, I would imagine, to make it through. I'll roll and then we'll see what we get here. 6. I don't think so, you know. Have you wrecked my command reroll?
I have, yes.
You have. God, that might have saved your bacon here. We'll check the range. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a no. No. I needed a 7.
Yeah.
Failed. If I had a command reroll, sorry, I just need to find out. Oh, we would have been in. Okay. And then across here, right. So we'll go for
Unit of 3 here.
Yeah. I'll try and eat Drazar. And charge the Scourges at the same time. We'll do that. So I'm just going to roll up again. Snake Eyes! Oh. And if I had a command reroll, not that I could have done it a second time, but it would have been an 11.
Just on 6.
Okay, right. Someone's tampering with the Tyranid instincts here. Okay, all right. Charges do not go ahead. That's Elliot can breathe a sigh of relief there. There's just that gap's opened up. And now the Tyranids are open for a counterattack, perhaps, from the Drukhari. Interesting stuff. End of turn. We'll calculate points here for the Tyranids, but their surge has been hyper-aggressive here and almost had some dangerous charges going in, but they have not. The game's still on for sure. I'll give you an update on score. All right, so points coming through. 5 points picked up for Airsoft. We had planned to pick up points for destroying enemy units on objectives, but failed on both flanks, so no further points coming through. 5 points each here. The scoreline is level at this stage. Now we're going to move on to turn 2, and turn 2 onwards you can start raking in points for holding on to objectives. This one's been lost here for the Drukhari, but this one's been retained across here, so there will be the 10 points coming through for the Drukhari. I would imagine we're going to see a good tussle here for these no man's land objectives, especially I think these 2 are going to be quite crucial. There's a fair gap across here, so I think Elliot should be able to clear that one away. There's just the one Carnifex left. It's life limited here with just 3 wounds left. Turn 1 comes to an end here. Initial exchange, both armies getting a feel for each other on the board. I think it's going to get messy. I don't know. Drukhari, they're not like orcs, just to throw everything in. It's cagey, yeah. It's gonna be a calculating game from them, I think. We'll go on to the second turn of the game for the Drukhari coming up next. Alright, so turn 2 for the Drukhari. The 2 cards that Elliot's kept is Deploy, Teleport, Homer, and No Prisoners. Those 2 are in play. And movement here, we'll let him run through what he's done.
Yeah, so in the far back left-hand corner, you've got the Mandrakes that were originally on my home objective. They're doing Deploy, Teleport, Homers just in that deployment zone. Little narrow gap back there.
Yes, they were here, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were allowed to remove them at the end of my turn and then bring them straight back in again on yours.
Yeah, correct.
And the other 2 units of Mandrakes couldn't be removed because I had units within 9.
Yeah,
got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So those Mandrakes on the left-hand side, the second unit courageously retreating in front of the Swarm Lord to get away. Lilith is to the front there, moving towards the Tyranid line. She's got out of the venom that was behind her, and the Archons got in. So switching transports there, and that same venom has just dropped back a bit to try and stop the line of sight from the 2 Tyrannofexes at the back. Next to that venom, you've got the Scourgers doing their normal pop out and have a few pop shots, see what they can shoot. Middle of the board, Talos moving up the middle, just need to get in threat range really and do some damage now, so aiming to do some damage with them. Urian and the Kronos just behind there, healed the Talos up in front back to 5 wounds, so flat 3, and then they're just hiding behind that cover, hoping not to get noticed. You've got the Cabalites next along, who advanced 4 inches to get themselves there behind that piece of cover, just sort of skulking around, waiting for the opportunities. This venom advanced over this piece of cover, again trying to get away from the
it was here. Yeah.
And then in the corner, Mandrakes will stay where they are on the objective. Drazar moved up for potentially going to combat with that Carnifex, and the Scourgers moved around, staying outside of an inch of that Carnifex, touching wings and claws there, but to get some shots down on the Tyrannofex.
Right, okay, so we could potentially have the first monster kill here, and it will be none other than Drazar, Master of Blades. Very fitting. We'll go on to shooting phase next. No pain tokens, because you haven't killed stuff, basically.
Yes, I was hoping to get this Carnifex last turn.
Right.
So I'll start in this corner with the really simple stuff. I'll go. They advanced, so they've just got a blaster, which is an assault weapon, and I'm going to go into the Carnifex. So hits on 3, misses. Well done, team. Next up, I will put all of these scourges into the Tyranids effects there. I'm going to fire them as a single go because they, in essence, don't have any differences. No pain tokens on.
Mm-hmm.
7 of them. Okay, so they're going to be hitting on 4s.
This is the hunt for devastating wounds here against Magnetron. Can see the difference it makes, yeah, without the pain tokens.
Big difference. And then 6s. Just the one. 3 death wounds.
Okay, 3 wounds come through. Okay, 13 wounds left. 6-inch move been made as they duck and dive once again. Good fun, the scourges. Very, very useful. Okay.
Next up, we will go for... we'll go into the centre. So we will put the Talos. We're going to put the liquefier gun from the lone Talos into this unit directly in front of them. Okay. And we'll put the Haywire, I don't think can see the assimilator.
Yeah, assimilator, yes. Because we're, just to clarify, we're playing obscuring. I'm not tapping into the terrain, so the obscuring's kicking in here by the hard edge.
So instead going to go for the beastie at the back.
Yeah, the Tervigon instead, which can be seen clearly.
So the 2 Haywire shots first on the lone Talos into the Tervigon, hits on 4s. 1 hit, and then 6s for the death wounds. No.
Okay.
And then 2, it's a d6 for the liquefier gun into the Gants. A 3. Torrent, so strength 4, wounding on 3s. Twin link though. So that's 3 at -1, 1 damage.
5 ups. Sorry, 6s and 3 slain. We'll go here.
I'm going to do the same with the double squad that's here. So double Haywire and liquefier guns into them.
Okay.
So double Haywire first. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. And then fishing for 6s. Need that again. No.
Okay.
2d6 for the 2 liquefier guns this time. For 6. Torrent, and then strength 4, so winning on 3s, but twin linked. So 5.
5 coming through.
-1.
6 up saves. None. 5 brought down. Right, squad's been depleted quite quickly. Moving on.
I'm going to put the 4 splinter pistols and the 1 blast pistol from this squad into those guns.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s. 2 hits, and then anti-infantry 3+ for 2. No AP, 1 damage.
5 ups. No, more casualties coming through. I wonder, are you trying to clear a path towards the assimilator?
Maybe. The hunt is on.
Okay.
And then the blast pistol from the same unit hits on a 3. Hits strength 8, so 2s.
2s this time.
That is -4 AP.
Oh, goodbye. Right, he's gone.
And then
There's 8 of them left in that squad.
The 2 splinter cannons from this venom into the same squad.
Yep. Okay.
So
And also clearing the path, but also searching for a pain token as well.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So hitting on 3, sustained 1. Ooh. So 3 hits total. Anti-infantry 3+. Just the 1, -1, 2 damage.
Okay. It's trying to get the pain token now, so you can then use it in the close combat phase. So
I'm going to put the 4. I'm going to put the 4 dart lancers into again at the back.
Into the Tervigon. Okay.
No pain token, so not that effective. We'll see. So hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Strength 12.
3s to wound. Can't be toughness 12. Is she? No, she's toughness 11.
3s. 1 wound. AP 3.
-3. No cover. 5+. Dual blocked. Just going to make sure she is a 2 up. Yeah, she is. Over 2+.
Strong.
Tough enough.
Okay. They're going to move afterwards. I'll move them shortly.
Yep.
Because I need that pain token, I think I'm going to have to put the mandrakes into the Carnifex.
Okay.
Okay, so they've got 10 shots. They've got dev wounds, which is what I'll be fishing for in essence. So
Sure.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay.
And then strength 5. but with dead
5's to wound, 6 would be great. There's 1.
So 1 dev and then 2 normal at no AP.
Ooh, right, 1 more wound taken. Drop it down to 2 left on the Carnifex.
Okay.
I could surge.
Oh, you can.
I could. Do I need to or want to? Yeah, it really is worth doing, and it said, oh boy, right. So explain this as we go. I'm going to surge. We'll go 7 inches. But I just want to go enough to tap into Drazar, so I'll just go there. I'm going to double check this because this is significant. And I must finish as close as possible to the closest enemy. So that's fine. I've gone for Drazar. When doing so, those models can be moved within engagement range of the enemy unit. Yeah. So I've pushed myself into close combat. Now, what's significant about this is that it means that I'll not be charged and Drazar won't get fights first. And when we come round to close combats, it will actually be the Carnifex that fights because it's picking a unit from the player whose turn it's not. Gosh, that Carnifex has been a pain so far in this game. Well, Drukhari like pain, so they've got that for sure in that corner. You can shoot at, I don't know if you've got any shooting left, but you can shoot at monsters and vehicles, but
Nothing left.
yeah, a lot of the units have exhausted their firepower already. Okay, tricky business going on over in that corner. The Carnifex is trying to last as long as it possibly can. Any other firepower available?
Nothing left.
All right, so charges coming up next. Yeah, it's a tricky situation here. The hope was for a pain token to come through, which would have helped in close combat, but that hasn't happened. Mandrakes, there's an option to charge those in to try and save the day against the Carnifex, try and preserve Drazar. But they're going to be hitting with AP -0 and we're a 2-up save. So that pain token could have helped if it was there for the extra AP -1 coming through. So situation's not ideal for the Drukhari at this stage.
We're going to do Lilith into these.
Okay.
So I think you need probably a 5 or a 6. Let's see. I think
9,
with
right.
9.
That's a nice comfortable charge.
Then we're going to do this Talos into this squad here.
Sure.
I think
6 is going to be enough. Yep, and it goes. Okay, so far so good.
And then the back 2 Talos here are going to go into the same squad.
Okay.
6. I don't think will be enough.
Maybe with the ghost. Ooh, tight one. We'll double check this one. Yep, charge is fine. Just about in. So in they go. Just making the charge moves. The 9-inch move with Lilith here. Okay. And she is attached to that squad, right?
She is attached to the squad, yeah.
Okay. Right, we'll zoom in, capture the flavour of what's going on. Drukhari units going in. Talos about to cause some pain. To devour much flesh. I just think they don't eat it though, do they? They collect it.
Yeah, collect pain, yeah. That's what we're here for.
Okay. We've got a happy Drukhari player now. He's in he's in close combat against weaker creatures. Okay. Right. Anything else?
No.
None. All right. So it's going to surge through at the centre of the board against these gaunts. If these are wiped out, pain token will come through. Apparently Lilith is excellent against light infantry, so this is her forte across here. So the butcher's work can begin.
I'm going to trigger Lilith's once per game extra attacks and 3-up invul. So,
Okay.
so she goes from 8 to 12 attacks.
Sounds good.
I'll do the witches afterwards in a second. So 12 attacks first, hitting on 2s with sustained 2.
Wow.
With a pain token and rerolls, that's when she gets good.
Right, I see what you mean.
So let's have some 6s. A lot of 1s. Okay, so those 1s come out.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get them back in plus another 2
2,
because
got
it's
it.
sustained 2 a time.
Yep.
She's anti-infantry 2+.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
Nice. Loads.
8, 10. That's 12. Without a pain token leading unit, she's AP3.
AP minus 3.
She goes to 4 with a pain token.
God, she's good. So just 12 dead
12.
then. Ouch. Well, that's superb. That's one of the best hits against light infantry I've seen in a long time. So incredibly good. Now, can her companions finish off the last 8?
No pain token, so we'll see how they go. Hitting on 3s. No sustained or anything like that. Wish there was.
Okay.
They are strength 4 because they're led by Lilith, and they got out of transport, so they've got lance.
Nice.
So strength 4 make them wounding on 3s.
Yeah, lance 2s.
Lance 2s. So wounding on 2s.
Well, well, well.
2, 4, 6, 7.
7.
They'll be AP 2 because they're led by Lilith.
Right, okay, dead. I have a model live, though.
That's bad.
Oh, crazy. That was a big squad to try and get through. 19 slain. 1 does remain. Okay, so if you want to make a consolidation... No, yes, you can make a consolidation move into me if you so wish. So I was talking about the regen on this model. It's now been surrounded. Good move. But I just need to get models within coherency. I'm already in close combat and I can regenerate into that. So it could be that the surrounders become the surrounded. It's a strange one. Okay. Anyway, Talos next with their attacks.
Going to activate the one-eye zone first, so already tapped in. So without a pain token, they're not that effective, so they're going to hit on 4s. And then strength 8, so 2s.
2s.
Just 3, they're minus 2, 3 damage.
I'll do. 3 dead. Okay, all of a sudden, there is great potential for a wipeout here.
That's going to say where it's based. And then they are...
Pain token's coming. It's coming.
I can feel it. Okay, this is the other 2 Talos, so 4s again.
Important enough roll. There's enough hits there. I think this one's in the bag. 2s for the wipeout.
5.
5 and 4 left.
2, 3 damage.
Close enough. But target destroyed, and they're not come back. I can only regenerate for units that are still on the board. Ah, yeah, that was hard work to get that pain token. A lot of pain to get the pain. Okay.
That's all my fight. So I'm going to stay there. I'm not going to consolidate into Big Nasty.
Okay. You're well and truly into the arena here. Surrounded by monsters on all sides. Okay, enjoying this one. We don't very rarely see this combination on the channel. Usually it's something Imperial facing off against something, but 2 Xenos factions here. Drukhari Tyranids, I think we've maybe never played this combination or only a handful of times. Very rarely indeed. So good to see these 2 forces colliding with each other. And 2 nicely themed armies here. A real pick and mix of Drukhari units. So really good display of the different units they have on offer. And a strongly themed monster Tyranid force here as well. So we'll go over to this combat across here. Carnifex. So it's armed to the teeth, literally, for close combat. So, well, I think we're on some kind of bonus here because of Crusher Stampede. Yeah, we're 2 wounds left, from +1 to the hit rolls, +1 to the wound rolls. The wounding I don't think is going to be a problem. Carnifex then. So, Crushing Claws first. Try and withstand these attacks. Need 3s. We'll commit this to a Xenosy friend. We'll go Travis and Jen. Jen first. She can be Crushing Claws. In 3s. Any minus to hit him?
No.
2 strained. Oh, just the one. Not going to come on. Reroll. That one makes it through. It's D6 +1 damage.
AP.
-3.
So 4 pin button.
Oh, blocked. Well. He could survive. So the extra attacks comes through with the Carnifex extra siving talons. 2? Is that all? 2 attacks. In 3s. Oh, man. Can you get a second pain token in a turn?
I can for killing that, but I can't put it on Drazar now.
Yeah. I think, because this is damage 3, you see. And Drazar has more than 3 wounds.
He has 5, yeah.
He has 5. Come on, reroll.
2 CP.
I know this. Yeah, God, this is painful. Go on then. 2+. No, it's cocked dice, and I should get a tray. It's my fault. Reroll. 4. All right, that's what it looked like before. So all good. I got to try and win here. In 2s. I just know I'm going to get a 1. I give up. Go ahead and block this as well. Yes, blocked as well. Drazar, don't mess with Drazar Master of Blades. I should know that. God. I have not destroyed a coup. I thought I had that one in the bag. Right. In which case...
Need him to power up here. So he's going to go with his dual blade profile. 7 attacks, hitting on 2s. No reroll. And then he's strength 5, but twin linked.
Nice. Makes sense.
Ooh.
None. Ooh. Surely a single fire. There you go. There's 3. Not
3.
devastating. Devastating.
No, that's his other profile. So AB 2, damage 2.
4 ups. No. 4 damage. Target destroyed. Deadly demise. Nope. Nice clean kill. Wants to put out of its misery.
I mean, the monster's done some good work.
Yeah, it's done well on that flank. Can't complain. So a good surge from that kind of effects. It's proved to be a proper distraction kind of effects. Well done. That's Chris Comiskey, actually, one of the Phoenix Lords. So a good run from him. Okay, and I'll attack back with the Skunt across here, and missed. And that is the end of that. Combat's resolved here. A lot of my soft stuff's been vaporized all of a sudden. A lot of the soft units across here I had been using to fill out the board to grab objectives have been stripped away by the Drukhari. Perhaps the first layer of the onion to be removed as they seek to cut deeper into this Tyranid force. Well done. Pretty effective close combat here. Some good charges taking place, and the removal of our light infantry not got much left. Sadly, the rules now, she's not able to generate fresh units as in previous editions, so we'll not see any fresh units of termagants appear. And Drazar's making a consolidation move onto that objective. Fine. All right. We'll calculate points at the end of the turn. Not too bad for the Drukhari. So, yeah, tactically, not too bad for the Drukhari. 10 points picked up for primaries, 4 points for no prisoners, and 5 points for the other secondary. What was that? Deploy, teleport home. Okay. So, 24 points to 5 here. A good scoreline for the Drukhari. Tyranids have got a turn in hand. They'll pick up 10, thanks to him, with his 15 OC control in the middle of the board. That's his job, and he's anchoring it still alive. So we'll go on to the second turn of the game. Tyranids have lost their light infantry, but there's potent monsters still on the board. We'll go on to their second turn coming up next. Right, so moving for the Tyranids here on their second turn. So cards drawn, secure no man's land, and extend battle lines is the 2 that we've gone for. So the other one drawn was defend stronghold, which they're all good cards, but we've gone for those 2, which is grabbing no man's land objectives and holding my own as well. There's good points available for both of them. So good turn up for the cards here for the Tyranids. It's in reverse order, I suppose. The Ravelers have turned up here just to anchor onto this objective. We did pick up our 10 points for primaries. It's moved around across here with the Tervagon. Swarmlord, they can't resist. They're heading off in this direction towards the centre of the board. So Swarmlord's moved across. Carnifex has moved through. Tervagon's pushed up, if needed, to go into close combat. Remaining here with the Norn Assimilator he's kind of where he needs to be at the moment. So he's sat there on the objective and obscured by that terrain. Gaunts have moved across. Situation here, we recovered 6, so 7. Then had to make a desperate escape test, which was modified by being in contact with those witches, and we lost 3. Kept 4 alive, and I've tucked them right in there. They're not interested in coming out to play. They'll go in there, yeah, just stay and try and survive. Hope they don't get noticed for a little while. Anchoring onto this objective with the Tervigon and remaining stationary across here. Drazar is a lone model here, and he's not lone operative, so I can shoot him or try and pick him off from range. Perhaps the longest range snipe against a character in a long time. Movement's done. Tyranid monsters still alive and well on the table. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. All right, so we'll go after Drazar. Does he have stealth?
He does not.
He doesn't? No. Oh, all right, we'll go Sam Hermes here. Imperial player, but we'll use the Xenos dice. Looking for 2s. Die, missed. What was I one? Nothing I can do. 2 command points. I could command reroll, but we'd regretted that last time. We'll leave it. We'll send this 1 wound through. That does go through. Right. So it's going to be 2d6 damage.
4 pinball.
Oh, you blocked it. Good for you. If I had have command rerolled the shot, it would have hit. It would have wounded. Would it have been blocked?
Oh.
It would have done. All right. Okay. Done the best I could. But Magnetron, we'll have to be patient here. So we'll go on to the next one. So we'll fire this one. We'll go into the... We can see him. The Venom across there. And then we'll put the Stinger Salvos... No, we'll put Stinger Salvos into here, I think, to go after the infantry. So 2 shots. We'll go Chris Heim with this one.
Stealth on the Venom.
Okay. Sat still. 3s. Oh, stealth helped. That's pretty big. 2s to wound. Goes through.
6 of pinball. No.
All right. 2d6 damage. 7.
Absolutely destroys it. Does it explode?
Okay. Target destroyed.
No.
And no. All right. So we'll leave Elliot to sort out the models disembarking, but another Venom
I'll get them
brought down.
See if go. One incubi dice.
Okay. Oh, there's Incubi in there.
Yeah.
So fire across here. Looking for 3s, because it's not a heavy weapon. 3s to wound. 3 saves, no minus on the witches. Some of them are in cover, if that helps.
How many have we got? 2, 3. Yeah, I've got enough in cover. So 3. They'll be on 5 ups with cover. 3 dead.
All right, 3 slain. We'll do firepower from here, the Tervigon, into the same target. Looking for 3s. Looking for 3s. 4 saves, no minus. 1 model win.
1 in cover.
Yeah.
So on in cover first 5s. No, dies. The 1 outside of cover 6s. Dies. And then the rest onto Lilith. 4 open vulnerables. Both.
Block both, well done. Okay, it's just her left, so bodyguard stripped away. So all target removed, Mike James doing his job, bodyguard duty. Just Lilith remains. Amy Almo at Phoenix Sword with her. Alright, I'll play it thematic. I'm going to harpoon her. If the harpoon goes in, she'll just be sucked in and eaten up. Oh, what a way to go. We'll do it. Right, okay, so as a simulator. So he's got 2 shots with the Toxin Injector Harpoon. 2s. Is he -1 to hit?
Yep.
2s it is. 2 hits. Strength 12. 2 wounds to come through. -3.
So 4 up in one.
There's 2 of them here. Cock dice, yeah. Try again. No.
Failed. How much damage?
D6 plus 1.
I'm going to CP reroll it for CP.
Right, I'll do my thingamajig.
Vect it.
Vect it. I'll Tyranid Vect.
Yeah. So 4 up.
Oh.
And then the last one, just see what happens. Fine.
Yeah.
She's got 4 wounds.
Right, okay. We'll see what we get. Oh, she's gone. She's been harpooned.
Amy Almo.
In she goes. Ugh. Devoured. Like a vision of like a chameleon with the tongue. Like a fly on the wall. Just picked off by the tongue. Just checking the wording. It says once per battle after your opponent uses a stratagem, so that's fine to use that for 1 CP. But from now on, the command reroll will be 2 CP. Okay, it's going well here for the Tyranids so far. There's still more shooting to come. Yeah, we'll go into the 2-man squad across here. With this rupture cannon, we move. This is the Nate Miller option here, so we're going for 3s. 6 and 3. 2s. Strength 18. They both go through. -4.
So 6s, 6 up and vulnerable save. Not 1.
No. Uh-oh. It could skewer the 2, like the shot goes straight through the 2 of them. First one, 2d6 damage, 7. Oh, you got to feel no pain.
No pain.
This could save
6, 7, so
day,
5
yeah.
up.
Yeah, well done. 3
6,
blocked.
4, down to 3.
In which case, we'll go into that first model with another 10. You want pain, you got it.
Come on, 10, come on. Oh, absolutely not.
All right.
Super dead. Does it explode?
Blows up as well. No, not this time. All right, but one of those models brought down. They're tough enough. Takes a fair bit of effort to bring them down. Stinger salvos. Looking at 3s. Looking at 5s. A save. No minus.
3 up. Nope. 5 up, feel no pain.
Nope. The wound.
Takes wound.
At range 18, yeah. Swarmlord. We're going to play Synaptic Pulse. D6 plus 3. Torrent. Nasty bit of work that he is. 7 auto hits. We're coming through at... Oh, it's only strength 5. So looking for 5s. Not so good. Just the 1 comes through. AP -1.
So 4 up. Yep.
Passed. Well done. That's all. Okay. We'll go with the Carnifex into that same target. D3. In 4s. Nothing from him. Okay. Right, just rolled up for these, firing against that same target. 6 or 5 lethal hits coming through.
So 3s. Fire 1, 5 up, feel no... yeah, sorry. Fire 1, 5 up, feel no pain.
A wound caused. And then 1 Strangle Web. Gets 6 auto hits. God. 6s are great for us. Nothing. Okay. All right, so charges taking place after shooting phase. So sent these monsters in. Carnifex went first. It's followed up by the Swarmlord. And then just to make sure it's a good job, we've sent in the Assimilator. It does mean he's rounded the corner, gone onto the terrain. So it'll open him up for firepower. But I think we need to make sure these Telos are brought down. So I'll go with the Swarmlord first, I think. In which case, 8 attacks with his bone sabers. We'll commit this to Nate Miller, Tyranid player. And we're looking at 2s. Well, they've all hit. Strength 9. 3s to wound. 3s to wound. Twin linked. Helps a bit, yeah, for sure. 6 make it through. These are AP -2 and 3 damage.
So going to 5 ups. Ooh.
Blocked a lot, actually. Just
2 failed.
to make it through.
How much damage time, sorry?
Damage 3 each time.
3 at a time. So
Yeah.
6 up, 6, 5 up, feel no pains.
There's a chance of surviving it.
Oh no.
No,
That's
5
exactly
wounds
to the
caused.
wound.
Alright, so model slain, but only just.
Does it explode? It does.
It does,
explode.
right. Mortal wounds to be dished out all over the place here. Okay. Damage being kicked out to everybody. Everyone takes a mortal wound. A failed, feel no pain on the other Talos, dropping down to 4 wounds left. Carnifex down to 7. Adds the Swarmlord down to 9. Took a wound here as well. Ay. 5 plus feel no pain for him, because he's still in range of that objective. Still take it though. And then drop it down to 15 on the Turbogon. It's almost like a poisoned, like a pustule thing, and you prep like and it just explodes. Okay.
Spreading the pain. What we're here for.
We'll go for the Carnifex next with its attacks. So 4 attacks with the Crushing Claws. I'm now wounded actually, so I'm going to be hitting on with +1. 3s, which has helped to get the hit. And then 3s to wound. 2 wounds do come through with the Crushing Claw. -2, -3.
So 6 up on the toss.
Plot 1, well done. D6 +1. 5. This may be enough.
5. Feel my pains, 5 up.
Plot 2.
3 goes down to 1 wound.
1 wound left. Scything Talon. 2 hits. 1 wound. -2 on this one.
So 5 up save.
Okay.
Nope. Damage.
Damage of 3.
Ooh, need to make all these 5 ups. No.
Got him.
Does it explode?
Not again.
Come on. Yes!
Please. Oh dear. If you pop them, they burst. I think it's Feel No Pains all over the place again. 5 up, Feel No Pain. Oh, sorry, mortal wounds, and then 5 up, Feel No Pain on him. Go, blocks that one. All right, but we'll take mortal wounds on the others, dropping down to 8 on him. 6 on the Carnifex. We'll check range on that one. A stretch, maybe 6 to reach through to the Turbigon. All right, bit of a constellation there. They burst as they're destroyed. She's out of range, didn't take a mortal wound. We've allocated the others around there. But round 1 in the arena, I think the Tyranids have prevailed here in the centre of the board. It's good for those monsters to be chewing up their targets. End of turn. Nothing else to resolve. We'll calculate points here for the Tyranids. So it was a good scoreline for the Drukhari, 24 points. Tyranids needed to do well this turn to catch up, and the catch up they have. 10 points for primaries, 5 points for each of the secondaries as well, being fulfilled. The capture of these no man's land objectives and anchoring our own. For extend battle lines and secure no man's land, the 2 cards achieved. So 25 points to the Tyranids, 24 to the Drukhari. Tyranids have caught up. I think they're ahead really in this game. I think they're doing okay. The monsters are alive and well and chopping through their targets. Still semi-early stage in this game. There's resources available for the Drukhari. I've used them plenty of times in the past. They can start to tire if their resources are cut down. We'll see how much fighting potency is left in this Drukhari force. We'll go on to their turn 3, the middle stage of the game, coming up next. All right, so turn 3 for the Drukhari. Cards drawn is attempting target, area denial, and bring it down.
Disposing of tempting
Target, yes, that's gone. So area denial, fight for the centre, and then bring it down, destroy monsters, which I think Elliot's going to do anyway. So I'll attempt to.
So looking at the units then, Scourges come out again, standard pot shots. They want to try and take down one of the monsters in the middle. Archon, that was the Warlord that was in the Venom that was here, has got out, moved, ready for some charges. And that same Venom has then moved across slightly to the right and picked up the other Incubi and Archon squad, ready for future turns. Mandrake's picked up at the end of the Tyranid turn and have dropped down 2 units here. The Kronos and Urian staying still. There's no point in moving those at the moment. Looking forward to using the Kronos regen pain token mechanic. As said, moving further right, you've got the Venom that picked up the Archon squad that was in the centre sort of here. Drazar backing away from the rupture cannons to stay out of line of sight as much as he can. I think he'll still take a few hits. Cabalites staying where they are. Other squad of Mandrakes dropping in the gap there to get line of sight to the centre. And exactly the same with those Scourges doing the same thing, dropping to get line of sight to the centre. And then finally, Cabalites moving to that objective just to hold on to it.
Got it. Okay. Movement done. Shooting phase next. Okay, yeah, strategic reserves here of Unit of Witches. I'm finding it hard to gauge your Drukhari force because it's all broken up into small bits. I can't say, look, there's a big monster or there's a Death Star unit. It's all, I'm struggling to gauge how much potency is left, but that's all part of the shroud, isn't it, I suppose? Okay.
Start the shooting phase. I've got 3 pain tokens. I'm going to put them all 3 on these units and hope that the Kronos, because he's in range, on a 4-up will give me at least one of them back.
Okay.
So 4s to get pain tokens back. Ooh, get 1. And I will hang on to that.
Okay.
Right, moving to the shooting first then. I will do this squad of Mandrakes here into the assimilator.
Right, firepower from these. Interesting.
So they're fishing for dev wounds realistically.
Ah, okay, devastating wounds.
So 2 attacks each, hitting on 3s. Right to the start. And then a strength 5, but with dev wounds.
And there's 3. Well, that was worth it. 5 up, feel no pain. And we block none. All of a sudden, dropping down to 5 wounds left. That is a very good result. Next bit of firepower. So far, so good.
All these scourges, I'll put them all together, 7 of them, into the assimilator as well in the middle. So haywire, standard impact. So we're going to go for 4s. No
He's going to
reroll.
fish for devastating wounds here. This is a sneaky way of picking up damage against tough targets.
And then 6s.
Uh-oh. Go on now. There's a cock dice. You can reroll that one.
Oh.
You can reroll it again. Get a tray.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Scary enough. You could have picked up like 9 wounds. If, oh boy.
Next thing we'll go for is... They're going to move after they've shot, sorry, the scourges, but I'll move them in a second. Next thing we'll go for is the Archon's blast pistol into the assimilator.
Okay,
Damage,
interesting, yeah.
Hitting on 2s.
Oh, missed on a 1.
He's worried by the monsters.
There's Carnifex in the way. Okay.
10. So then I'll go for this back squad of mandrakes into the assimilator as well.
Is there range 18?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, balefire. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling this time because they have a pain token.
Nice.
All in.
All in.
And same again, fishing for 6s. 2.
There's 2. I can see how useful mandrakes are. We've blocked 1, but another wound comes through. Every wound counts, dropping down to 4 left. Simulator's about to go, and if it does go, I'll lose the central objective.
And then the final unit of mandrakes, again hitting on 3s,
Okay.
re-rolling because of the pain token.
And helpful. So 6s for these mortal wounds, or devastating wounds.
Just the one.
1. 5 up. No, down to 3.
So I was hoping to put the scourges elsewhere, but for a small area denial, I think it's for 3, I need to get
rid of him.
assimilator off the middle, so I'm going to have to put them all in.
Uh-oh.
So, 4 Dark Lancers, hitting on 4s, but re-rolling because of the pain token. 2 hits.
Oh, it doesn't help this time. 2 come through. 3's to wound. 1
I'm going to spend 2 CP.
for the Camarero. Ouch. I probably would have done so as well. It's come through. All right. Minus
3.
3. Okay. I don't think I'll get any kind of cover, so it's in the open. So 5 pluses to block. Yeah, we'll call upon a friend. Jordan Russell for the Eldar. Oh, maybe I shouldn't take him. We'll just keep him for Drukhari. Vagabond. Tyranids player. 6. Oh, we block 1.
D6 plus 2.
Oh, come on, reroll for 2. Ooh. Desperate times, desperate measures. No.
Damage roll to...
Sure, take 1. Yeah, so there's a few here. Longbow BB plays Eldar. Jordan Russell plays Eldar.
Longbow BB. I need this to play off.
Go ahead. 4 plus 2.
6
Oh, that's going to do it. Well done. 5 plus feel no pain. Need a miracle. No miracles today. Oh, target destroyed. Does he blow up? Please don't. Okay. The simulator's gone. He's been removed. And that is a blow for the Tyranids. That is a high OC control, tough unit. But he has succumbed to Tyranid firepower. If we keep losing monsters, this Tyranid army, in its own kind of way, has a glass hammer to it as well. It's dangerous and all the monsters are alive, but if those close combat monsters start disappearing, we've seen it in other games, then they lose their punching power. And yet again, those wretched scourges disappear behind the hillside. Job done with them. Good shooting, good firepower. So shooting's actually finished. We're going to go on to charges next. All right, so charges taking place, counter charges as well. So the Archon and the Incubi have gone in against the Carnifex, and then for 2 CP, we've counterattacked here with Heroic Intervention. 6 rolled for our charge, have gone round in this direction with the Swarm Lord. Okay. Well. You could. Maybe you could do that. Tempting. Throw them in. Stir them all together.
No. We're going to play Drukhari. Play narrative.
Okay. Hold off. Pick them off one at a time. A real swirling mess here. It's been a great theme for this battle to see monsters and units from the Drukhari going in to this swirling melee mess in the centre of the board. It's been a good contest so far. A proper arena.
Put a pain token on them.
Pain token on the incubi. Okay.
And I'll do the 2 into the Swarm Lord that can go into the Swarm Lord, and then the remaining 3 and 1 into the and the Archon into the Conifex.
Just got a question. Does my heroic intervention count as a charge?
You charge, but you don't get the benefit. I thought so. You don't get.
Yeah, well, I'm going to double check that, but I think Elliot's right here because that would be cheesy. Yeah, it's in the restrictions in the stratagem. I won't count as charge. I won't receive the benefit of charging here. So that means the proper charging unit, Elliot's Incubi and Archon, can fight first.
So we'll go the 3 Incubi into the Conifex first. So they're going to be hitting on 3s.
So some are going to go into my...
2 are going to go into Swarming.
Are they really?
Yeah, feeling confident. So, hitting on 3s, re-rolling, and I'll go for Eldar player. Who have we got?
Jordan Russell.
Yeah.
Looking for whatever it is you need.
3s, re-rolling everything.
Because of the pain token. Okay.
So, and then strength 4.
Toughness 9.
So, winning on 6s, Lance, because they got out of vehicle, 5s, but they're re-rolling because they got a pain token and the Archons with them. So 5 re-rolling.
Crucial. The pain token is 3. The re-roll comes in. Generates another 3. Oh.
6. They've got a pain token, so AP 3, damage 2 a time.
Now that's some chopping. Really good. -3 in total.
With the pain token, yeah.
5 ups. Carnifex has been brought down quite comfortably and doesn't explode, but monster gone, and this will hurt each one of these that goes. It will hurt the Tyranids for sure.
Pain token back to that.
Pain token, okay.
Archon's attacks are wasted, and then just the 2 into the Swarm Lord. So, same again, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling.
This is bringing back memories from our own Drukhari force. Their potency can kick in the later stages of the game when you have whittled the opponent down and they can unleash some good combos such as Incubi and characters. This is exactly... Oh, I'm getting flashbacks now. Okay.
1 miss total.
Right.
And then same again, strength 4 but with Lance. So imagine 5 re-rolling.
Okay.
3 so far. 4. -3 again, 2 damage a time.
So we go to a 4+ invulnerable save. I'm going to need some help here. We'll go to... no, Chris Comiskey, touch the dice, you have to use it. So we're looking... Tyranid player. Let's see if he's on our side today. Okay, not too bad. I can't command reroll, so 1 makes it through.
2 damage.
Right, drop it down to 6.
Taken away.
Okay.
And that's them.
Right, in which case I'll strike back. Okay. Swarm Lord. 8 attacks needing 2s. Okay. 2s to wound. 6 of them. Damage 3 with these bone sabers and AP -2.
Okay, they're going to be on the 5-pin one. I'll roll 5 first because there's 5 incubi. So see if 1 can live. 1 does live. And then the 6th attack doesn't live. So wiped the incubi complete.
Bodyguard stripped.
Yeah, you happy I would have tapped in the Archon for Consolidate just
go ahead. Yes, yeah, fine.
And then the bodyguard is gone.
Okay. All right, so the Archon just holding him there in position, and that's the end of close combats. The melee swirling mess around here continues on. Okay, so end of turn, we'll calculate points that have come through for the Drukhari, and they've still got plenty of resources left. They've got plenty of units dotted around here. Tyranids do have some as well, but we're losing close combat creatures. Both Carnifex is now gone, the Norn Assimilator removed from play as well, just a Swarm Lord fighting away in the centre of the board. Right, so points coming through for the Drukhari. They're raking them in. 10 points picked up for primaries. 6 points picked up for Bring It Down. That was the non-assimilator worth 4 points. Carnifex worth 2. 5 points for Area Denial. This move by the Archon blocking me here and keeping me away from the objective helped bring in those 5 points as well. 45 points to 25. A surge again tactically from the Drukhari, and what's useful about their force, the multiple small units, is they can, and deep striking, removing units from players, they can dot units around the board to help pick up points around the table. That's a tall order here for the Tyranids to try and catch up. We need 20 points. We'll get 10 immediately. It all hangs on these secondaries coming through. We're going to the third turn of the game for the Tyranids coming up next. Alright, so turn 3 for the Tyranids. The 2 cards that we've kept just Bring It Down, so destroy something big, which could be possible, and engage in all fronts as the other getting into table quarters. So, moving across here, anchoring this objective, and then lining up some shots. The Raveners have departed from this objective and shifted across in this direction, nice and quick, 10 inches. Remaining in close combat with the Swarmlord, regained 6 models and have headed across in this direction. So we talked about the ability of regenerating models, whether you can conga line string them out off in a direction. We're saying with an FAQ, we're pretty sure that you have to restore resurrected models within coherency of an original model on the board. So we went for that option. Let us know in the comments section if you think otherwise. That meant that we deployed across here, but then rolled high, rolled a 5 for our advance, so shifting across of those, not quite enough range to get onto that central objective. Big Mum has moved across those. She's got there, tucking herself in and keeping it off of that terrain so that she's nicely obscured behind here against most shooting. That's the plan. Moving off the objective, moving around with this terrain effects, and then Gaunt shifting over to their left, anchoring this objective, staying in 6 of him or her, and then lining themselves up some shots across here as well. And then on the move with Magnetron as well, moving along like a big ox striding across the field, heading off towards that objective. So that's movement done. Tyranids shifting to the centre of the board here, trying to play a high pressure, high tempo game with them just to keep the pressure on the Drukhari. We've got to go for the no man's land objectives. There's a lot of points for us to try and chase in this battle. We're going to shooting phase next. Right, firepower here. We're going to put some heavy gunshots into that Talos. The Rupture Cannon, 2 shots and in 3s. We'll go Patronic on this one. Dave Humphries, Tyranid player. Wounded.
AP4.
Yeah.
So 6 up invulnerable, which he makes.
He's blocked it. Oh, and that would have been 8 wounds but feel no pain. All right, and then we've got some shots. We said we're going to go with the Stinger Salvo. That's going into the Mandrakes, a squad on the right-hand side. They're -1s hit rolls, so it's going to be 4s. -1s helped a lot. 3s to wound. 2 wounds come through, no minus.
5 invulnerable. Make 1 fail, 1 dice.
All right, 1 slay. I could free him up with his shooting, the Swarmlord. It's not a blast weapon, Synaptic Pulse. So we'll go for D6 plus 3 Torrent. So 4 make it through. 3s to wound. 3 saves of 1 at a time, 2+ for the Shadow Field.
What's the AP on it?
-1.
I'm going to start on his normal save because I can start on his 5 up. What damage is it at a time?
Damage 2.
Okay, so I'll go for 1 5 up to begin with for his normal save.
Interesting.
Which he fails, so he takes 2. He's now down to 2, so I will go for the Shadow Field for the last ones. So 2 up. Oh!
Yeah, it happens to every Drukhari player.
And he's gone.
Just 4-wing model?
Yeah.
Oh, got him. Oh,
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I want his head to add to my collection. Does it come off? No.
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
It's glued on nice and tight.
It's a custom one from the Vizart model.
Yeah.
So you
See, I've got a nice collection of heads. They're all Imperial heads here. Let's have a look at the model. Oh, nice. Oh, the blue hair. That's a shame. All right, we can take him back. All right, away he goes. I'm sure there's no magnetized parts. Nothing. All right. And that was Ite Miara, one of the Autarchs slain. It's actually Mephisto running here, one of the Phoenix Lords. On the Swarmlord, just putting in some good work here in this game. So that frees him up. Interesting, because there's a possibility, maybe, he could then go on to make a charge. We'll press on. A bit more firepower to come. I've got line of sight to Drazar here. I'm going to try and pick him off with the Rupture Cannon. Oh, super high caliber shots. We're looking at 3s on the move. Oh, 1 hits, 1 misses. 2s to get him. All right, he's been it.
4 pin vulnerable.
No. Come
I've
on,
got to- I've
reroll.
got
You
spend
have
it
to.
too.
You
Yeah,
have
I've got to
to.
spend it too.
Oh, it's painful. No. Oh no, 2d6 damage. Snake eyes. Come on, reroll. 2 CP. God, burning through. 2 CP here. We've got to do better than the snake eyes. Oh, 5 wounds. Is that enough?
It is enough.
Oh, he's gone.
Red
All of a
cross.
sudden. Oh, character picked off, splattered against the wall. Right, okay. Then going after the Scourges across there with the Stinger Salvos, needing 3s. Needing 3s, no minuses here, and 4 saves. Going through cover if it helps you at all.
Yeah, go to 3 up saves. So 4 3 up saves. Lose 2.
2 make it 3. All right.
2 of them there at the front.
2 removed. Okay. I can't see those. They're hidden away. So we'll fire into the Scourges. We'll go for Rupture Cannon to the squad I just hit, and then Stinger Salvos. Oh, I don't know about that. We'll check range, and that's only 18. Yeah, Rupture Cannon to the right. We have to go after the Mandrakes. They're the only unit in range, so we'll do those. And we'll do those first. So looking for 3s. No, looking for 4s, right? Because -1 to hit rolls.
Yes,
3s to aim. 2 wounds come through. Normal armor.
5 up and vulnerable. 4.
Okay, 1 goes through. Okay, Rupture Cannon. 2 hits. Yeah, 1 wound comes through.
Scourges.
Yep.
5 in vulnerable.
3. Yeah, whole facing. Okay, model removed
This one.
from that squad over there. Okay. Is that wipeout?
That's
No.
white.
Okay, squad gone. The Stinger Salvos across here. Needing 4s. Because Mandrakes, yeah. 3s. 2 saves.
5 up. Vulnerable. Failed 2.
Okay, 2 gone. There's no shooting for the Ravenous. They have the 4-axe upgrades, the 4+ save instead of the shooting option with them.
Okay.
We've got some firepower available from the Humble Termagants here. All their firepower to go into the closest Mandrakes across there, and all their firepower to go into the Mandrakes across there as well. Interesting. All right. I think there's some of these line of sight I'm not going to get. We'll check to see actually how many of these can shoot. Okay, so it's going to be 7 regular flesh borer shots. Looking for 5s now. 2 hits. 2 wounds. Normal armor saves.
5 up and vulnerable. Fail both. Unit gone.
Yeah, all right. Target destroyed. Then firing across here, going into the Mandrakes, they can all see and all in range. 7, 8, 9. 5s. And done that wrong. One of those was a 6, right, which is a lethal. So you've got 1 save to make.
5 up. Fail.
Okay. And then D6 auto hits. 4. That's with... that's from the Strangleweb. I'm trying to wound. 2 devastating wounds. Ouch.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Which squad? Sorry, this one.
That one there, yeah.
Yeah, so 3. 1 left in that squad.
Tyrion is whistling away for sure. That shooting phase finished. We'll go on to charges. There are multiple charges across here available. Whether they make it in, we'll have to see. All right, so charge takes place across here with the Ravenous. They made it in. The 7 they needed, 7 they got. Rolled a 5 though with the Swarm Lord. He didn't make it in against Urun Rakarth. So we'll go on to combat resolution next, just the 1 combat. So Ravenous, their attacks. We'll go in with kind of weird. We'll go Valhalla Field Marshal Robert against the Valhalla Field Marshal Robert squad. Okay. It's not a place for a Space Marine to be on this table. We're looking at 3s with these. Yeah, just normal. Nice. Then we're looking at 3s to wound. I'm doing half the attacks here, by the way. Okay. Twin linked. Oh, ridiculous. God, they shred. 14 saves.
14. 5 vulnerable.
Okay.
They're really dead.
Mandrake's been turned into sushi here. They're chopped to pieces. God. Vaporized there by the Ravenous. That is their forte, light infantry. So the other attacks resolved against the lone model from the other squad with just one model left, and he's been shredded as well. So good work from the Raveners. We'll leave them where they sit. Don't want to go into close combat against Uran Rakov. So turn comes to an end here for the Tyranids. Another surge. Both armies have been doing it, surging forwards, but Tyranids have been successful enough here with both shooting and close combat this turn. Moving out of the arena now and pushing deeper into Drukhari territory. We'll give you an update on the score, see how many points have come through. All right, so points coming through. We've done something to catch up with the Drukhari, but we are still behind. 10 points for primaries, 3 points for engaging all fronts, and then we've dumped, bring it down, hoping to pick up better cards next turn. So the scoreline, 38 points to the Tyranids, 45 points though to the Drukhari. No matter how much damage is done on each side, it all boils down to points. Remember, there is that 15 points potential grab at the end of the game for camping out on objectives. Tyranids looking better as at this stage of the game. Depends what your counterattack. If you can mount an effective counterattack and blunt this Tyranid force, we'll see if that can be done. We'll go on to the fourth turn. This is going to go on to the later turns here. This battle is unresolved. Tyranids perhaps have the edge, but the points majority is with the Drukhari at this stage. So all to play for, I think, for both sides. I think it could be a close battle for sure, which is great for our games. We'll go on to turn 4 now for the Drukhari. Right, so movement here for the Drukhari on turn 4. Bursting out here, I reckon this has got the vibe here. This is kind of the final play from them. They're going to try and saturate objectives, moving out swiftly to disrupt the Tyranids. It's all about the points here. So, witches that were here have surged right across, rolled well for their advance and snatched this objective. Carbonite Warriors moved through, overwatched them, killed 2 with these. Incubi that were here have sprung out to go for close combat, and again just clustering on this objective to deny it to the Tyranids. Once again, Scourges moved out to lay down some firepower. These 2 have moved out to go after these. I think they're going to go after them in close combat. Venom to give them some firepower support. Some Scourges left across over on this flank, and trying to play a blocking move to try and stop Magnetron from wandering onto that objective on that flank. But it's the major disruption is what the Drukhari are going to try and go for, to try and starve the Tyranids of points is the plan. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Scourge is going to fire into the Swarm Lord.
I will use any...
Eldari.
Eldar,
Michael German.
Yeah. So,
I think the Drukhari, I honestly think the Drukhari could do this. If you can just bring down a few of these monsters.
The anti-infantry gun's going to go into from the Scourge Sergeant is going to go into the Raveners in front of them. But sure. The Dart Lancers first into the Swarm Lord, hits on 4s. Re-rolling.
Yeah, pain tokens have been kicked out here. Some of them were deployed near the Urian Rakov, was it? And he recovered them. On the Kronos, right. Recovering some on 4+s. They can immediately then be deployed straight away. They've been spread out to 4 units on the board, helping out with shooting.
The re-rolls.
And it helps. It may boy straight away.
Strength 12.
3's to wind.
Just the 2.
2. Invun saves. I'll snatch the Michael Fryer dice for this. He's a Space Marine player. The Space Marine head's on my base. I don't know if he's going to help. Double 6. Okay, maybe he does. Blocked. Okay.
Anti-infantry gun into the Raveners, so hits on 3s, re-rolling pain token. A hit. Anti-infantry 3+. 2 wounds, no AP, 1 damage.
Blocked 1.
Right,
so 1 wound taken. And again, the Scourges disappear. They like the woods over there, in and out, behind that hillside. But that's their job, just harassing with firepower. Decent firepower been provided by them during the game, but what could have been devastating was blocked there by 2 invuln saves.
Kronos next into the Ravager squad as well.
Okay, we'll press on with more firepower here. Okay, shooting as pressed on here. Raveners have been halved in size. That was firepower coming from a Casket of Torments.
Yes.
From Rukov across there, really good. There was firepower coming from the Kronos, and then supporting firepower coming from the Venom as well. So reducing them down, they're now halved in size. 2 wounds did come through onto the Swarm Lord as well. And that was devastating wounds coming from. That was his casket.
Casket dev wounds, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But he's still alive. One more bit of shooting. Or no, the main part here is going to be these trying to pick up mortal wounds.
I'm going to put the 6 carbide guns into there, but I'll do that in a second. I'll do these first, which is the haywire into the Tyranids.
Okay, Maxfield Knuckles, firepower, the last of the Patreons being used.
So 8 dice hitting on 4s, re-rolling because of that pain token.
Nice. Okay.
Doesn't help.
Doesn't help. Okay.
And then 6s.
Duh, none. All right, that monster's still in pretty good shape. Okay, we'll press on. There's a little bit of firepower left.
I'm going to put a grenade.
Ah,
The Trynifax.
great stratagem.
Yes.
Nice, of course.
So,
Good move.
6 dice on 4s
This is still a more squad here.
for 3. Definitely.
Well,
yeah.
that was worth it. All right. Grenades being thrown. In desperation, I have to say. They're using every tactic they can. Bright Lance.
They're going to follow up the Dark Lance on 4s.
Oh,
This is the Blaster. Hits. It's going to be 5s to wound. The whole, yeah.
yeah, whole face and 3.
And then the Blast Pistol on 3s again. Hits. And then it's going to be 5s as well. That does wound.
3, minus.
2, I believe.
If it's 2.
Blast Pistol is 3.
You got in.
Just D3.
Oh, for 3. Well done. Knocking down to 7. Okay, good. Well done. Yeah, firepower's finished. Bit of firepower from the Carbonite Warriors into the Swarm Lord, but no damage coming through. And the Scourges have tucked away, made their 6-inch move. So that's shooting phase complete. It's been okay. I don't think Elliot was hoping for more. But there is close combats. There are some charges lined up here as the Drukhari plan to hurl themselves in once more. We're going to charges next. Charges taking place. They've all gone ahead. Incubi going in across here. And then Urian and Rakaf going in along with the Kronos, against the Raveners. We'll get these combats resolved next. Okay, will the Swarm Lord be brought down? Is the question.
Okay, pain token on the Incubi.
Okay.
So we'll do the Incubi first.
Are they damaged too?
They are.
Yeah.
So, because they've got a pain token led by an Archon, they're re-rolling all hits, re-rolling all wounds, and they got out of their transport this turn, so they've got Lance.
Right.
So, hitting on 3s, re-rolling.
If you can get them into combat, they are good. If you can load them up with abilities. Does the Archon give them any kind of...
He's the re-roll wounds when they're in.
Right, yeah. Brilliant, brilliant.
So, strength 4, so imagine wounding on 6s normally.
Yes.
And then Lance gives them wounding on 5s, but re-rolling because they're empowered and with an Archon.
Okay.
5s. Just the 3 initially.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a big roll.
That's coming through.
And...
Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
9. Minus?
Because they're empowered, -3.
4 ups. Impossible, virtually, for us to survive this. Not a hope. 10 damage comes through. All right, well done. The Decapitator has been brought down. A noble prize. The top prize, I would say.
We're then going to spend the 1 CP for them to make a normal move. And they'll
really?
get back into their venom.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah. Sneaky. Very good. All right, that can be done. 1 CP. All right, so resolve the rest of the combat. Raveners being butchered here by Urian and the Kronos. In return, we caused a wound on Kronos. Okay, let's just place that on him. Okay. All right, so combat's resolved. Pretty good from the Drukhari. Very good, really. They've caused plenty of damage. Have they caused enough? Is the question, because I think Tyranids do have some resources remaining where they can do their own counter surge. It really has been surge and counter surge for every turn of this game. The big question, have the Drukhari done enough? So end of turn 4 for them. We'll calculate points. Yet again, I think they're going to bring through a healthy amount of points to add to their score. Okay, points coming through. Yes, 10 points for primaries. Both sides really have kept a steady flow of those points coming through. 5 points picked up for extend battle lines as a secondary, and the other one is defend stronghold. Those points will come through later on. 60 points now to the Drukhari, 38 to the Tyranids. Tyranids are trailing behind. It may well be just a case that both sides are going to inflict heavy damage, but Drukhari can win the race by bringing in enough points. We're going to turn 4. This is going to be a turn 5 game. to get a result here. We're going to turn 4 for the Tyranids next. Alright, so moving for the Tyranids, the two cards that we've kept is Storm Hostile Objective and Deploy Teleport Homer. Remaining stationary here, shifting across with this turn effects into the terrain to then see through. In a move, we've pulled him out of there, past our Desperate Escape test, and he's gone round, he's just over there on the hill, trying to disrupt the home objective for the Drukhari. Then shifting to the right, letting him through for shooting. We've bred more gaunts and enough to get onto that objective to actually capture it. So we've kept our 10 points flowing through, holding position here, and then just going around the human protest on the road here, trying to get towards that objective. Shooting phase next. All right, so shooting phase finished. We didn't take out the venom across there. It has survived. Urian survived a rupture cannon to the face as well. Good for him. A bit of firepower, bit of deck out across here. Killed 2 of those. Infantry squad's gone from here, and the infantry squad across here was destroyed as well. Charges, really, there's one, which is this one across here. So we'll go ahead with that. Yes, just to clarify, with shooting, we used a command reroll for damage coming through. It cost us 2 CP. It still wasn't enough to put enough damage onto that venom. It has how many wounds left?
2.
2 left. Yeah, okay, not quite enough. We didn't shoot with these because of this secondary, and we've charged across here just out of disgust, just backed into these witches with the terrain effects. So that's charges done. I'll resolve this combat next. All right, so points coming through. Another 3 points coming through for Elliot's force for defend stronghold, taking him to 63 points. Tyranid's not too bad. 10 points for primary has been crucial for both armies in this game to keep those 10 points flowing in. It's like one trip, one slip, and it could cost you the game, but both of us have managed to keep that coming. Then 5 points picked up for Storm Hostile Objective. We did get it because at the start of our turn, that objective was under Elliot's control. Then within our command phase, we then picked it up through restoring models, and then we continued to hold it through the game. So 5 points for that one. And then 3 points picked up for Deploy Teleport Home with those gaunts not shooting and performing that action at the centre of the board. So gaunts have put some mileage in here in this game, helping to bring the points in for the Tyranids. 56 points to 63. This is a very, very close game. Only 7 points in it at this stage. We're saying the Tyranids potentially looking stronger when they finish the game because they've got these monsters that could potentially set up on these objectives and rake in those 15 points. So here we go. The last final fling from the Drukhari. We'll go on to their turn 5 coming up next. All right, so we're on turn 5. I'm going to leave Elliot to have a think about which secondaries to choose. He's just checking which options to go for. We both know this game's exceptionally tight. For extra content, do check us out on YouTube channel membership. We have Aspect Warrior level. It's the most popular. That unlocks all the bonus content that we have on the channel. It's here on YouTube, so you unlock the extra content that we have, including battle reports, including our league games. The 2 most recent battle reports that we have for membership is Black Legion. Mike looking to keep his channel crown with Abaddon. Black Legion versus Adeptus Mechanicus is available, and Black Legion versus Eldari Craft Worlds. That's Bright Star and his Eldari trying to stop the Black Legion. You can check out those 2 games. They're exclusively on membership. So when you sign up at Aspect Warrior level or above, you unlock those 2 battle reports. You can tune in and watch those. And when you do join us on membership, it helps support the channel, helps us keep the content coming. Because of members supporting us on membership and over on the Patreon page, we're able to keep these battle reports coming pretty much every week now. Each Friday, a battle report comes out, and if you remember, the bonus battle report comes out for you as well. But link below, and you can join us at the homepage, hit the join button, select Aspect Warrior level, and join us on membership. Okay, turn 5 movement, the last turn of the game for the Drukhari, emerging with the Scourges to lay down some firepower once again. Then converging, multiple units converging across for close combat and to try and max out on the central objective as much as possible. Engaging all fronts is the secondary, and the other one is secure no man's land.
Yes. Yeah. So, pain token on the Scourge. Going to see if I get it back with the Kronos for a 4-up. I do.
Okay. These jumped across, by the way, and then overwatched. 3 of them slain, just the one left. And that Scourge across there.
So I'll put another one on the Venom on a 4 with the Kronos. I get it back. I do on a 6.
Desperation here on both sides. We'll let Elliot finish his moves, then we'll go on to shooting. Right, so shooting phase. Scourge is firing through, then disappearing once again. Putting some damage through here. 3 wounds, I think, came through block 2. knocking us down. Then grenades thrown across here, knocked us down again. Down to 7 wounds left, but she's still alive. 3 gaunts slain with some Dakar shots coming through from these squads as well. That shooting phase finished. We're going to charges next. The final set of charges here from the Drukhari. All right, charges taking place. Lone Scourge going in. Everything going into here, pretty much. So we'll resolve these combats. This is the last charge here, the last bit of close combat. It's on your turn at least. I suppose we'll see what happens in our turn 5, but we'll press on and get these combats resolved. Let's see what these Incubi are made of. They're going to do their attacks into the fresh Tyranid. 16 wounds to try and get through.
Yeah. So 5...
Pain token allocated to them.
Yeah, there's 4 of them there actually, so I'll take those. Sorry. So pain token allocated to them. So they're going to go in hitting on 3s and re-rolling because of the pain token. On that.
Okay.
And then they've got lance because they got out of a transport this turn. So 5s. Turn 4 normally.
Re-rolling?
Yes, because of the Archon and the pain token.
5s are good. Need a good roll here. And there's a few. There's 10. 5, sorry.
2, 4, 6 total.
6. Minus 3.
3 with the pain.
5 ups. 10 damage. Nothing I can do. Dropping down to 6 wounds left. They've ripped a chunk out of this beast, but not slain it.
Archon left.
Archon. God, what a hero he'll be.
2s, re-rolling. Fine. And then it'd be lance again, so 5s, re-rolling.
Just the 1. 2.
Not good enough. AP 3, damage 2.
Didn't block. 2 wounds left. Isn't that always the way? 2 wounds left. Okay, we'll press on. Oh, what a blow here to keeping that thing alive. All right. But having said that, just going to say, we're picking up points at the end of the turn, and you're sat there on that objective. If I want to stay on that objective, I've got to stay in combat. So, yeah, it's tricky business. All right. We'll keep going. We'll resolve the rest of these attacks. I think it's going after, Elliot's going after Gaunts here to try and bring those down. All right, rest of the combat's resolved. We got some good hits and wounds coming through and destroyed the Scourge across here. Then Tyranid fighting back, hitting on 2s because she's taken so much damage. 3s hit with the powerful limbs, then 2s. Stomped on 2 of the Incubi across here and brought them down. So that's combat's resolved. Some Gaunts slain across here, but still 6 remain. They put their attacks into urine and failed to cause any damage. End of turn, we'll calculate points. The crucial part for this game will be calculating points that come through on Tyranid at turn 5. We'll give you a score here first for the Drukhari. End of turn here for the Drukhari. Points have come through. 5 points for secondaries. That was secure no man's land. The witches have it across here and sticky objective over there. So 5 points picked up for that. Plus the 10 for primaries gives a score of 78 points. It's a high score for a game. 78 points is good. Tyranids on 56. But we think the Tyranids are going to score enough points to see themselves through. Because with turn 5, we'll move out onto objectives and get our 10. And then at the end of the game, we'll get our 15, really. If we clear and hold, and hold, that's going to be 15. That's 25 points straight away, which will take us to just 81, I think. Yeah, which will mean that we win. And then secondaries have drawn these already behind enemy lines, which there's a Ravener over there, would you believe, that can pick up points for that. And then no prisoners, which is destroying enemy units. So I think the Tyranids have done enough. And it's guaranteed, we don't need to play this out because we will march onto that. There's nothing to stop us. The result across here is almost insignificant across here because this is where we're reaping the points. We'll roll a few things up just to make sure, and then we can give you a final score. All right, so calculated a few things. Firepower across here, wiped out the witches, is just projecting forward onto our turn 5. To move out onto that objective, grabs that. They sit here. We bred another 7 for that unit that didn't die. Slinked back to here and then moved back out. It's been very, very useful in this game. Breeding, backing out of combat, and flooding the objective. Another OC of 12, +5/+5 from these beasts as well, backing out of close combat. We didn't resolve any shooting. There's a possibility to shoot at these as well, but we'll just leave it because we've done enough to flood that objective and anchor that. It's not just me trying to pick up points at the end of the game. It's also the points coming through at the end for the Drukhari as well. So,
Battle Shock auto passed.
Battle Shock auto passed across there for me to get behind enemy lines to keep those points flowing through as well. We'll give you a final score. Looks like the Tyranids have won by a chunk of points here just at the very end of the battle. So we're not going to do a final score here. 5 bonus points coming through for the Drukhari. And then the Tyranids picking up 25, really 10, and then 15 coming through at the end of the game. So that takes us past the 78, 83 points total. We'll go past that with our final score. Points would have been picked up as well for behind enemy lines with the Ravener across there. And no prisoners. If we had gone on to some shooting, we've already got picked up one across here for the Witches, and then further casualties potentially picking up more points for that as well. So Tyranids have got themselves a win. With a chunk of their army still on the board, there's a fair number of monsters, although these have been critically damaged. There's not a monster that hasn't been harmed in some way in this game, but Tyranid monsters moving out into objectives have proved a tough nut for the Drukhari to crack. Good game though, a rare combination. We rarely see this combination on the channel. Big thanks to Elliot Mitchell for coming down as well, his debut on the channel with his Drukhari force. It's been fascinating to see them operating on the board, to see all the tactics and the variety from them as well. But in this Xenos versus Xenos clash, pirates have been sent running here by the biomass of the Tyranids. We'll talk about units of the game next to both sides.
Which was Raycross. Okay,
right. Number of honourable mentions coming in for both sides. Honourable mention to the Carnifex that stormed down the left-hand side. I definitely want to give an honourable mention to the Tyranifexes. They're supporting firepower, their resilience, and camping out on objectives. There's one on each. Good for them. Going to give it to this unit of Gaunts, though, significantly in this game. Being reduced right the way down, shriveling up and hiding in here, and then being, I was going to say regurgitated, but models being restored, moving out in this direction, restored again, and just swelling onto that objective, really helping out the Tyranids in this battle. And then for the Drukhari, I was mightily impressed by the Incubi charges coming through. Very good. Anything else?
I think
Scourges, harassment.
Scourges, Vagabonds, unit back here with the Dark Lancers consistent through the game. And Drazar under Raycross did a great job holding down that flank and being resilient.
Who's it going to be then?
It's got to be the Parrot Archon purely because of the bird.
Because of the bird, right? Okay, that's what you want to go for. That squad, where is he? Oh, he's here, yeah. Oh, sorry, the bird fell off. It flies away, freedom, and it flies across in this direction, and then, would it stick?
Oh, no.
It doesn't. Oh, wrong polarity.
Oh, no.
Oh, it does.
There
you go. It's on. All right. Magnetron picks up a bird here as well. All right. So, good game. Thanks so much to Elliot Mitchell for coming down. Very enjoyable battle. Unique combination. Xenos versus Xenos in this fight. Big thank you to the silver level Patreons. That's Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Ross Caldwell, and Miniature Matt. For more battle reports here on YouTube and over on YouTube channel membership. And keep a lookout for more Challenger Scorpion battles on the channel. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.